Okay, been a while again. So I just thought, well, I've been sorting my shed out and getting all my stuff done, and I thought, well, I'll do something a little bit different. I've had this for years. This is what you call a C64 DTV. I don't know if you've all seen one before. It's a joystick. It's got 30 games built in. There was two types of versions. There's an NTC and I think the PAL version of it. And they've both got two different lots of games on them. International Karate, I think, was a different one on the one compared to the others. Anyway, I've always been fascinated with this thing because it was amazing for its time. And if you look at it, it looks like the new C64 joystick, which is why it's what they've copied, really, by the sound of it. But yeah, amazing little tool. But what was very good about this, I'm not into editing stuff like showing pictures and everything, but I just want to show you, what I've got and things I've had over the years, just to show you that it's amazing what you can do with one of these. You can actually run it as a C64. You can actually alter it to put a disk drive into it. You can actually put a mouse, a keyboard. I don't know about the mouse, but other joystick ports in them, and you can actually run it as a full C64 and still use the joystick part of it. And like you say, it came with the component ends with the video and sound, so you just plug it straight into the TV and away to go. But when you could mod it, you can actually put a separate disk drive on it and then run games, your own games on it. Now, amazing for something that's so small, but was very, very, very clever. And I loved it for years. I collected these. I had about 20 of these at one point because it was so cheap. I just kept buying them and then reselling them on. Yeah, they're amazing. And they run off batteries, which is absolutely amazing. I mean, you get them converted. You can run them as, run them off the power supplies or whatever. Anyway, that's just a very simple idea, and it's been copied by the new Commodore C64, the small, mini, and the large, because you can see the buttons on it. So that is a proper C64 DTV. It's called a C64 DTV joystick. So yeah, so for its time, amazing, and I still love it. I've got two of these still left, and a few broken ones I try to take apart and make myself into other options. Anyway, what I'm doing today is why I'm showing you this, is that there might that piece of it though, but somebody's actually taken the insides of one of those and had it converted into the Commodore 1541-2. And what they've cleverly done is that what they did is they put a PlayStation 1 screen on it, yeah, and you can actually run it through this with sound and everything done. And the guy who did this converted it all. Now I had a problem. The only reason I've got this out is I had a problem. I got it out to try a disc, and I thought I've used it for ages, so we get me other 1541s out and whatever. As you can see, they weren't there before because everything was always boxed and put away. So because now I can have everything out and I can show it all off, I think it's a good idea to show other people. But I've never fixed a drive before, so I've never been tinkering. I've done little bits and whatever, but this one was a bit of a tricky one for me. So yeah, very, very clever. I'll just show you what he's done. It's just a normal drive, floppy disk, works exactly the same. PlayStation 1's been taken the screen off, the monitor piece, and then he's altered the back of this. As you can see, he's still got everything included, and what he's done, which is very clever, he's done a reset switch for the keyboard, because when you plug a keyboard in, it never recognised the keyboard if you try to do it on a DVT, but he put a reset switch on it, and he also done a drive reset as well, so it can put it back to its normal state, so it can actually know configurations, or it starts to give it a bit of conflicts. So you can reset the keyboard and the drive itself, so it'll work and it'll operate. He also put two joystick ports on the sides, which is very, very clever. I mean, went into a lot of work of doing this. And also a keyboard port, so you can use a PS2 keyboard in the side. Now, he went to a lot of work, this guy, and I bought it off eBay many years ago, and I really wanted it. I didn't care how much I paid for it. I don't know what I paid, 100, 200, 300 quid, I do not know, but I just thought it was so unique because I love the DTV joystick, but I never even opened this up. I never wanted to, but when the disk drives didn't work, and it kept erroring, I had to plug it through another disk drive to get it to work as drive 9. Because you still got all the ports on the back, so you can jump it to drive 9. So he left everything original, so which is very clever. So I opened it up today because I've got time today. Nice to have a day off, isn't it? And the drive, the piece that moves up and down the middle, I cleaned the heads. I'd really done quite a bit. I was doing my editing. I kept cleaning them and pushing it up and down. And I couldn't, and I just, Hammy just could not, I just could not get to read a disc. So I just thought I'd say this as well to anybody who's got one of these 1541-2 drives, is that I'm no genius. I can't fix things. I've tried little things or whatever. I've been very lucky. I haven't had to do too many things. But what I did do is that it might be just handy if somebody else has got one of these, is to actually, all I did to get it going again, I kept moving this up and down and it just would not work. So I just kept resetting it, and then I kept moving this head up and down very slowly, on and off, all the time for about an hour it took me. But eventually, as patience persists, because I really wanted to get this back working, is that I actually got to a point where it got stuck and it started jittering. So I just kept moving it slightly a bit forward, and then it got off each other, and then it worked. So I cleaned the heads, I brushed it all what I could of the dust, and it's working again. So I'm like, oh, brilliant. I haven't got no more hassle. So I'm just over the moon. I don't know if you can see in the picture, I'll try and bring it up, but you can see where he's put the DTV board underneath. So I've never seen this before either, only till I only lifted it up so far, because I didn't realise I could open it this far up. But yeah, there's a lot of wiring on there, and he's done a little bit of stuff to do with the colour, fixed the colour part of it, and yeah, so it's amazing how he's put this into a 1541-2 drive. He also done a regulator, so somehow he did it so the power supply regulates the monitor as well. Some guy asked me a few years back, oh, how did you do that? And I said, I didn't do it. This other guy done it for me. So he managed to do all that and get it working. So I was quite chuffed when I got this, and I went for the post. It was just like, oh my God, something to dream of, that you've got a Commodore 64 with a screen with a separate keyboard. So yeah, and I thought, well, I love it, and I've always loved it. It's just one thing I've always wanted to have, something different that nobody else has got. I've also got a ZX81, very similar, again with a monitor fitted on it. I'll show that off again, but yeah, but it works brilliant, and I love it to bits. It's just one of them unique things you don't see very often. I've been there for the buy. I've had it on sale for a while myself, thinking shall I or shan't I, but things are moving on now with the new C64C coming and the Mini 64 and all that. So it reminds me of them. So these things are getting older, and in my mind is, do I really want to keep it? It is sentimentally one thing I really do love, because the DTV was my very first miniature toy to play with. But like you say, yeah, I'm just amazed at the detail this guy went to put all this together to get it to work. And fair dues for, I don't know how long I've had it, 5 years, 6 years, maybe 7 years, I don't know. But it's always worked. Anyway, I want to put it back together today. So I just thought I'd show you the inside, what he'd done, before I put it all back in. But while I'm here, I'll just show you it working. And you have to have a certain type of keyboard, believe it or not. I've tried that many keyboards and managed what these off eBay for about £4, and I have to have a PS2 end to actually work, because the old one that used to be with it wouldn't work anymore. So I managed to get that working. Put the power supply in, just a standard normal C64. And what's quite interesting, I was looking today, the PSU is a C65, which a C65 was never made, but it's actually been stock PSU tested with that name on it. So yeah, I was quite surprised to see that. Anyway, so that's the keyboard in, put the power in, make sure I plug it in the right place, don't want to go short on anything out. So yeah, it's a normal C64 power supply is converted to get this to work, and also a joystick. The old faithful joysticks, zip sticks, eh? We might try that one first. Anyway, I'll show you it as a DTV anyway. So it's just going to work exactly as what the joystick worked as. So we'll just start it up. Don't need a disc or anything, it'll just start itself. It's got brightness control, volume, which is really, really good. All works on screen. I mean, it went to a lot of trouble. I didn't even see that on there. Yeah, it went to a lot of trouble to get this to work by the look of it, and I wouldn't have, I think, done that much work on it. I wouldn't want to sell it, but he did. So anyway, it starts up like a DTV, exactly the same board as one of the joysticks. And there you go, shows the ready screen, and then it loads up, and then you get the menu with all the games on. I can't remember what version joystick it is, but oh, I think I put the wrong one. Anyway, so you the game up without going through the menu. But like you say, the colours are mint on it, because he did the colour fix on it, which was amazing. But yeah, I'll just restart it again, because I want to show you the menu system of all the games on there. I love that bit when it first came up. You can imagine seeing that on a DT joystick at the time. It was like, wow, Commodore 64 screen basic. Right, so you scroll down, you've got 30 games, possible mission. Love that game. Pit Stop, Summer Game, Super Cycle, Iridium, Winter Games. Now, on this one, it hasn't got the karate. I can't think what it's called. This Karate Games 1 and 2. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. I haven't done any planning for this. This is just on the fly, really, just so I could just show you. Anyway, so they're all your games. Possible Mission 1 and 2. Love it, Possible Mission. Best intro start to any game. Stay forever. So there you go. So that's. It has to be in the other joystick 4, I bet you. As always. Oh no. Oh well. Oh, it does work. Oh, the right hand side doesn't work on my joystick. Oh, typical. Anyway, that's that. Just thought I'd show you that anyway. But there you go. Now I'll show you which is really good. I'll have to change the joystick. I didn't realise that joystick has got no left or right. Not sure I got a spare, just in case as well. Another mod to fix. Stick that in there. Right, I'll reset it. Now I'll show you what to do to activate it as the drive. Now this is like I say, the very clever bit, because I can run any game I want. On here I've got Bruce Lee, which is my most favourite game again. So anyway, I'll just, because Bruce Lee isn't on the car, so you can tell I am not fiddling anything or trying to paint some of this. But when you've got the keyboard in, all you have to do on this is hold the control key down. Let's see this way. It's hard to tell when you're looking at the screen the opposite way around. Anyway, you just take my word for it. You turn it on, you hold the control key down, and it goes straight into the basic menu. I don't think you can see that because it's on. I'm not used to doing videos like this. Oh, it hasn't done it for some reason. Do it again. Right. Oh, sod's law. Oh, it is. There we go. Right, so it's done it now, because I can write the numbers on there and everything. But sometimes it won't let you load the whole thing in without resetting the board anyway. So I didn't have to do that on this for this one. For some reason, it's reset it automatically. Anyway, so to see what's on the disk, use it just like a normal drive. Load, speech mark, $, shift comma 8. You'll see the directory of the drive. Oh no. It's stuck again. Oh, there we go. Let's pause that for a second. Oh, I thought, wow, isn't that amazing? well, that was a bit weird. After that, it crashed. And I had to open up the thing and just move the thing again. So yeah, there I've got a bit of a problem, but at least I can get it to work. So I'm not totally gutted. So yeah, so it still works. I loaded a demo disc of Arnie in it, just to test it working. I'll just bang it on, just show it working. But yeah, I can still load my own games in. So I put a demo CD with Arnie on. CD game. Oh, bloody hell, joystick. Anyway, there's Arnie. Yeah, so I just thought, well, I'll show you that. I'm going to try Bruce Lee again now, and see if I can get it to work. But yeah, it was just a bit annoying that. I wasn't expecting that. But like I say, it's just wish I knew a little bit more about it. But I take it I'll be playing around a little bit more. Right, I'll come back in a minute and see if I can get Bruce Lee to run, because I love Bruce Lee and I love playing it on it and Supremacy. But then I talk about that again. Anyway, right, back in a sec. Right, we'll see if we can load Bruce Lee. LOAD. And I think I know why it doesn't want to load, but we'll soon see after this if we can just get it to load. Comma 8, comma 1. Oh, looks like you might be lucky this time. Yeah, so looks like I might still have to play around with this one. But I did notice, and again with these discs, I think it might be the problem, is that on this disc it's got a little round ring on it, and it's a gripper piece. If you look on the other side, there's not on that side. Now some discs didn't have the ring on them, so it gets the grip of the drive. Now, I've noticed with the Bruce Lee one, it hasn't got the ring, and you can see where it's indented slightly on the disc. So I'm wondering, is it because that's where they clamp? I'm just gonna have a look at some of these others. Mine benders is that. See, that's got a white one on it, so it's got a better grip. And I'm just gonna have a look at these other ones. Very similar to the one I've got in there. See if it's. What is it? Find the ones you want. Yeah, that's the same sort of PT magazine. Yeah, that's got one on it. But see, that disc with Bruce Lee hasn't got one on it. So I wonder if that was the fault of that at the time. But anyway, hopefully it'll work. Yeah, my Commodore 64 is one of my most loved machines. It is the best of everything. And then the Amiga came out. I've got the Amiga 1200 CD32s. Yeah, so I will be trying to show you all those sort of things as time goes on. I just wanted to show you this one because it is one of my favourites. Right, RUN. And then we can have a Bruce Lee on a DTV, on a DT joystick, DTV, whatever you want to call it, joystick. I love the old intros, they were the best. Oh yeah, that was another thing, because you've got a different type of keyboard. You have to press run stop to get out of this. So I'm sure I pressed some of the keys, F7 or F1, to get out of this, but I can't remember what blooming key it was. In my case now, I bet there's a control key somewhere and one of the buttons. Oh, I can't remember. Tab key. No. Sod's law. Not going to be able to show you because I can't get off the loading screen. Escape. Oh, escape did it. As always, when you think that one wouldn't work, it works. Yeah. There we go. Unlimited lives. I love cheats in some games. You don't really need it. Again, what's F7? I can't remember. Not doing very well here on the keyboard instruction. F4, shift F4, 5, 3. Oh, it's not going to let me do it. Wasn't meant to show you this, so it just shows you how much of a fly I've done it. That's all the keys I want. It's not going to go. Oh, or is that the demo? Wrong joystick port, as always, most probably. No. Oh no, not meant to be, is it? When you show something off, it never works properly. Just try again. No, it's not letting me do it. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you this because I do love it. And like I say, my main thing I use this for is Supremacy, which is mostly all keyboard and joystick only anyway. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you a bit of an insight. Hope you enjoyed it. Like you say, you never know what you can do with a DTV joystick. The C64 is the next best thing. All this stuff is going to be obsolete anyway eventually, so I'm glad the new C64 has come out now with a working keyboard. Anyway, a bit messy that video, but I just thought I'd show you something a little bit different. That would work normally. It just shows you get always on camera, things go wrong. On my next video, hopefully a few days time, I try to get time to do this stuff. I'll do a box opening and then you can have a look at what I've got, and we'll try show a few more things off. I've got loads of stuff to show you, so keep tuned, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now. Well, managed to get it working again. Just thought I'd show you. And my joystick wasn't the problem, it was just the way it was set up. I think I'm alright now, it's working. Yeah, I love Bruce Lee. Yeah, I just thought, oh come on. Yeah, I just thought I'd show you it is working. Always the way when you're trying to watch it live, it never really does work. There's always something that goes wrong. But yeah, well, anyway, just thought I'd give it a tip, just show that I have got it all working and it works fine. So there you go. Alright then, and to the next episode, we'll be unboxing next anyway. Alright then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again. Bye bye.